Hey guys, it's Pictureman2001, and I just have a little quick video to show you. This is not one of my franchise collection videos in a playlist. This is more just the various miscellaneous releases I had, like just miscellaneous collections sort of release. This is releases that I have from HIT Entertainment. Now, HIT Entertainment is was originally the British arm of, the international television distribution arm of the Jim Henson Company. HIT stood for Henson International Television. And it's ironic because the HIT Entertainment used to distribute the Jim Henson Company's products from like 2004 to 2009, I think. The copy I had growing up of Emmett Otter's Jug Band Christmas was a HIT Entertainment release. Now I'm downstairs. Since I'm downstairs, that's upstairs right now. I'm not gonna show that today, but in this collection. But I still have that original HIT Entertainment release or not original HIT Entertainment, but I do have the HIT Entertainment 2005 Collector's Edition release of Emmett Otter. But I don't keep that on the main shelf anymore. I keep that in another spot, because the copy I have now and watch it ever is the 2018 Blu-ray from Sony Pictures Home Entertainment. I think now Shout Studios owns the rights to that, and pretty much every Jim Henson Company product release. But anyways, I digress. HIT Entertainment, though, was later spun off, and I think they bought out like Lyric Studios and a few different things, and yeah, they became a huge empire. And now Mattel owns them, and they were renamed Mattel Creations. But for a long time, they were a major player in the HIT made a lot of hit shows. Yeah, HIT. They were a major player in the kid show industry for a long time. And I know that what am I trying to say? They had a movies division for a while called HIT Movies. Then nothing ever came of that. And I think the person who used to run Nickelodeon movies went to run that actually for a while, but nothing ever came of that. So, but definitely there's a lot of interesting releases from there. But I'm going to show you my entire HIT Entertainment VHS and DVD collection, excluding that Emmett Otter one. But anyways, so what we're going to start with are the different. I have a couple of Bob the Builder releases here on VHS. Let me just. I'll show I'm showing all the tapes first. So here's this is called The Big Game. I don't know a whole lot about like the history of like Bob the Builder releases as much as I like a lot of these hit shows as much as I do like Blue's Clues or Dora the Explorer or Bear in the Big Blue House or a lot of things like that. Like some of the Nick Jr. stuff or different things like that. But from what I know, they started releasing these things were like 45 minutes, just like four main segments and then 4 mini adventures. I know that on Treehouse TV they used to play like because the US blocks on Nick Jr. they used to play those same ones on Treehouse TV in Canada, where they had like a segment, then a mini adventure, then a segment, then a mini adventure. But they also, between like 2003 and 2007, used to play the Bob the Builder mini adventures as interstitials. Like, for example, like in fall 2003 when they started playing them, they were always on Saturday after Timothy goes to school, for example. So yeah. But this one includes, for the main episodes, includes Wendy's Busy Day, Wallpaper Wendy, Wendy's Big Game, and Wendy's Tennis Match. And for mini adventures, we have Bob's Bucket, Mrs. Potts' Paint Pots, Wendy's Bright Plan, and Wendy's Watering Can. And there's the tape, and there's no print date on here. I used to have To the Rescue, but I got rid of it when I found that it had mold on it, so... It was like that when I bought it, so I shouldn't have bought it, but I didn't even notice until I took it in the car, so... And here's one that's not an episode, but like a special... This is a special... They call it feature length, but it's actually like 45 minutes. I wouldn't call that feature length. It's definitely a special, so... If it's a special... Like if it was a feature film, I'd keep it separately in the movie section like I do with like Blues Big Musical Movie or the Wiggles movie. Which reminds me, I gotta put that there, because that's a hit release, too. And, like, a Little Bear movie and stuff like that. Those are all, and those are all, like, actual movies, and they're not made from episodes, either. But, like, this is just a 45-minute special. Like, an extra long episode, like Dora's Pirate Adventure, so therefore, it goes with the actual releases, not the, not, like, the movies or anything. I know that in the U.S. a lot of these clamshells are always way smaller. They were always like a slipcover case size, but with a like a hard plastic clamshell with a thing inside. But yeah, the Canadian copies will actually have full clamshells, so. The one I'd love to find, actually, that I haven't ever found, one that I used to watch all the time, I have a copy of it, like, recorded from tape, but I'd love to have the official release, is A Christmas to Remember with Elton John. I remember watching that during Christmas, back when I was, like, a little kid, in, like, 2003, 2004. It was a good special, definitely. Family Junior always airs that every Christmas, though. I remember I did a tape where it was on the tape, I think, it was Bob the Builder, Christmas to Remember, Caillou's Holiday Movie, Arthur's Perfect Christmas, and then I think it was Life with Derek, A Very Derek's Christmas, and then 2 Caillou episodes, one of those being Caillou's Christmas, which is like the Caillou Goes Caroling, A Play School Party, and Caillou's Christmas Eve, and the other one being Caillou Beats the Heat, Backseat Driver, Lost and Found, Holiday Magic. And then also, and then at the very end is Arthur, the Blizzard / the Rat Who Came to Dinner. And the Blizzard I included because it has a scene where, in the snow, Kate imagines she's going to the North Pole. Welcome to Toyland, Kate. But again, I digress. That's my problem with these videos. Why they end up so freaking long is because I actually just ramble all the time, so. It's one of the things that come with having my form of autism, so I guess. But anyways, like I said, this is called Dig Lift Haul. This one was released, this one actually was originally released on DVD in first one as well. I just happen to have it on tape, but I don't really, because there's no difference between the tape and the discs, it doesn't really matter to me which one I have. Like, unlike some of these other ones, like the Nickelodeon ones and like Bear in the Big Blue House, there's always more content on the DVD, so I'm more likely to want to have the DVD. Whereas, some things like these and like the Elmo's World tapes and discs and stuff, Sesame Street, there's never really any difference between the tape and the discs, so therefore, the only difference really probably like the HIT extras, which are like episodes of other shows, but buy this for Bob the Builder. But this one includes Scruffy's Big Dig, Bob's Boots, Mr. Beasley's Do-It-Yourself Disaster, Spud Lends a Hand, and Dizzy's Crazy Paving. And there's the tape right there. So that's the Bob the Builder tapes I have. And then I have a couple Wiggles tapes. Wiggles actually was not a HIT Entertainment production, but it was produced by the Wiggles Party Limited, which was the Wiggles Touring Party Limited or whatever. It was later renamed just the Wiggles Party Limited. Now they're under ABC Commercial. But back then they were just an independent entity. But their U.S. and Canadian distributor was always HIT Entertainment. So they were in charge of getting it out in U.S. and Canada. But so they released the tapes over here. So this one's called Cold Spaghetti Western. Not for individual resale. I wonder if this came in like a box set or something, and I just got it by itself. So, and these ones don't have episodes of the Wiggles. These are Wiggles video. Like usually they would put out Wiggles videos. And there's only one that was like, I think it was like Wiggly Playtime or something that had like episodes of this series 2, and then there was Lights, Camera, Action. But I know on some of the DVDs they have what they call HIT Extras, and they include actual TV episodes of the Wiggles. So it's the only way you can get those, I'm pretty sure. But most of these Wiggles ones, because like the Wiggles people forget that like they actually existed as videotapes and albums before the show, because they were unlike like they're not a band that was created for TV. They were a band before. They just happened to have a presence on TV. They just happened to have their own TV show. They got their own TV show. In fact, I'm pretty sure the Wiggles movie came out around like right before the Wiggles first TV show launched. So. It says W Cold Spaghetti Western. They could have just called it Wiggles Cold Spaghetti or something like that. Though people would think it was cold spaghetti, cold spaghetti, cold spaghetti, cold spaghetti. Like the hot potato, cold spaghetti, cold spaghetti. If you're a Wiggles fan, you definitely know that. If you're a Wiggles fan but you don't know that song, then you're not a true Wiggles fan, so. But here's the Wiggles Magical Adventure Wiggly movie. Now this was actually a movie made in 1997 by the Wiggles Party Limited under the name, I think, Gladosaurus Productions, because it was like Dorothy the Dinosaur. I think it's a Gladosaurus. I'm not exactly sure, but it's that company. That's just the name they used for the film. And it was distributed in Australia by 20th Century Fox, and I think they might still own it now. I'm not exactly sure, but they It was always in, like, I looked up, I had pictures of DVD packs of, like, different things. There was, the Wiggles movie was always in, like, there was one that had, like, robots, Titan AE, the Wiggles movie, and, like, Fern Gully or something like that. It was, like, a weird, I forget exactly what it was, but it's in a lot, like, the Wiggles movie does not go with Titan AE, so anyways. But yeah, but it was unreleased in North America for a long time, until 2003, like, February 4th, 2003, HIT Entertainment released it straight to video in North America. But it, like, this movie, where I categorize it is with my limited/foreign releases, because while it was not a theatrical release over here, in its country of origin, Australia, it was definitely a theatrical release. So, in fact, I think actually at one point they actually they thought it was a problem how in Australian cinemas at the time, ticket prices, you didn't have, like, little kids didn't have to pay to get, like, under 3 didn't have to pay to get in, but that was half their audience, so they were worried that it would have a negative effect on the movie's performance. But yeah, there's all the songs listed. But yeah, this is it's a feature. I'm pretty sure the way they edit this is they edit, like, some of the way it's edited a bit is different. Like, I think the opening song is edited in a different order, and maybe it's the Warner Brothers reprint that doesn't have it, but I'm not sure. I think this has the 20th Century Fox logo at the beginning, but I'm not 100% sure. Because I know I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I think it was the Warner. If I'm correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure it was the Warner Brothers reprint from 2008 that doesn't have that. I have that on DVD as well, and that's upstairs. So, but again, I'm not gonna show that just because, again, it's upstairs. But just because I'm down here, I have other things to do later. So, but just remember, it's just like it's like a DVD, and the DVD has no artwork, and it's exactly the same. So, yeah, what are you gonna do there? But anyways. I also have a couple releases here of another show that, if you're American, you'll probably be confused by these. You'd be like, didn't Nick Jr. release these on DVD? Well, yes, in the US, and I have both the DVDs from the US. The Nick Jr. ones. But in Canada, the VHSs and DVDs were released by HIT Entertainment, because the show itself is a co-production with Nick Jr. and HIT Entertainment. Nick, Viacom, Paramount, whatever you want to say, owns distribution in the United States, whereas HIT Entertainment distributes everywhere else. So that's why Oswald is on Paramount Plus in the States, but not in Canada or anywhere else. So, because I think Mattel. So, like, I don't know who would have the authority to say if they let's say they ever wanted to hypothetically reboot Oswald, would Mattel be involved with that? Probably, I would assume. So, but here's the two now the VHS volumes. Much like, because Nickelodeon, what they did, it was one of the ones where the first volume, there were 2 VHS volumes, and then they combined them to release on one DVD. This is Welcome to Big City, which in Canada was retitled Oswald and Friends, but it contains the contents of Best Buddies and Outdoors with Oswald. Now, I don't have Best Buddies on VHS, but I do have right here Outdoors with Oswald. And this includes A Day at the Beach, the Sand Sculpture Contest, the Tomato Garden, and Bird Watching. And then here's On the Go Oswald. And this one includes Daisy and the Duckling, The Double Date, Chasing the Ice Cream Truck, and The Camping Trip. Let's put those Oswald ones back. And then here we have one that's quite interesting. This is HIT Entertainment Children's Favorites Volume 2. I've seen a slipcover variant of this one in a store in Newfoundland, in St. John's, Newfoundland, but I didn't buy it at the time. But it must have been an American copy, because I'm pretty sure these ones were slipcover cases in America, but in Canada they were clamshells. Correct me if I'm wrong again, but yeah, all these HIT Entertainment ones I have are Canadian copies, I'm pretty sure. Actually, no, there's some of the VHSs there, but not the DVDs. But anyways, now this one, actually, the order they list them in is actually incorrect. The order they actually play on here, we have Rubbadubbers, Train Driver Tub. And then, yeah, Rubbadubbers, Train Driver Tub. And then it's Bob the Builder, Rolly to the Rescue. Barney, Puppy Love. I'm not a Barney fan, though, so I always skip those. I don't hate Barney, but, like, I never really got into it. It doesn't interest me anymore. Like, I kind of got too old for it, and like like to me, like these days, in my opinion, Bluey is to Peppa Pig what Bear in the Big Blue House is to Barney. That's at least in my opinion. And then Angelina Ballerina, Angelina and Anya. That's a show that I used to not really like, but it kind of grew on me. So, and then Kipper Circus, Wishbone, Paw Prince of Thieves. Wishbone's just adorable, and Pingu's birthday. So it's like an hour and 45 minutes of things. And now this copy, actually, I actually pulled off all the stickers and everything and put it in a different case, and I should probably put that over the Sharpie, because EIIS, that was like my local, that's like an autism research, or autism resource thing. They are like ABA therapy thing, I think. Like, when I was in elementary school, like, this is a bit personal, but yeah, I was in elementary school, I didn't realize what they were doing to me was considered applied behavior analysis, like, which is basically abuse to try to take the autism out of the person. And everything listed in that room had EIIS all over it, so I'm probably gonna cover that in. But anyways, it just clicked for me later once I heard stories from other friends of mine I met. Like, once I got to junior high, in high school, I was treated correctly, but yeah, I just assumed it was all normal. But anyways, because when I heard testimonies from my autistic friends and other people with autism, it clicked for me. But anyways, so I'm gonna have to probably put that up with Charlie. But other than that, the tape is great. A lot of these HIT Entertainment and Kaboom Entertainment tapes have actually been digitizing lately, so you know how that goes. So I think that's my HIT Entertainment all the tapes. Let me just check for a second. I have some of the Thomas and Friends tapes, which are put out by Anchor Bay. I don't know if any of those are from the HIT era, though, because I will be showing some of those, despite being Anchor Bay ones, I will be showing them here. So just give me 1 second. Yeah, none of those Thomas tapes I have are under HIT Entertainment. They're all just Burt Alcroft Company or Gullian or whatever. Because Gullian was bought by HIT Entertainment. I think that's Gullian is also how, for a while, HIT Entertainment used to own the Guinness Book of World Records. It's ironic how a children's show company was once the rights holder of a book that, well, marketed usually to kids now. Anyone can read it. Because initially it was, the Guinness Book of World Records was actually created by the Guinness Brewing, like the Guinness, the beer, the British beer company, to stop bar arguments, basically, because, oh, you can set the world record, oh, here's the world record, you can look at this, it's sort of like a reference book to stop bar arguments. That's a true fact, by the way, look that up. But let me just start actually here with the HIT Entertainment DVDs I have. Starting with some Bob the Builder ones. Here we have Can We Fix It? That meme of Frodo Baggins with the ring, and he's looking all evil. It says, me at age 5 when I say no we can't to the Bob the Builder theme song. This one includes Bob's Barn Raising, Mucky Muck, Wendy Plays Golf, and Magnetic Lofty. This is one that was a VHS only originally, but then came out on DVD at a later date. And then here is, looks like here's this is Can We Fix It? Yeah, the Magnetic Lofty. And then plus 4 mini adventures, we have Square Dance Spud, Dizzy Scores a Goal, Scruffy's Bath Time, and Wendy's Watering Can. This was, I think, a 2001 release originally on VHS, but this is a 2003 DVD. And this person did what I do. They have they kept the little security device thing. If it doesn't fall apart, I always stick it in there, not on top. I just keep it in there as like a memento, sort of. There's the disc. You can see they have no artwork, usually. And there's another one that I'm pretty sure was VHS only originally. Not the Christmas to Remember, but this is the original Christmas episode, Bob's White Christmas. But I think this one actually, let me just check the date on this one. Yeah, 2002. Originally the tape was 2001, I think this is 2002, but it was one of the first DVDs of Bob the Builder, I'm pretty sure. But I have these, because they're exactly the same, I have them in the order the VHSs originally came out in, so that's why. But anyways, here's the, Bob's White Christmas. This one only has, is actually shorter than the other ones, but this has 3 episodes. We have, I think it's shorter. This one has Bob's White Christmas, Bob of the Big Freeze, and Bob of the North. Plus 2 bonus adventure, the bonus, adventures, Special Delivery Spud, and Bob's Bugle. So this one doesn't have any mini adventures, it's just 5 full segments. Yeah, 45 minutes there, yeah, same. This one has a red case instead of a yellow one. Usually the Bob the Builder ones all have yellow and are nice and matching, but the Christmas ones, I think Christmas to Remember also had a red case too, if I'm not mistaken. And then here's Yes We Can, Case is beat up, unfortunately. I don't have any replacement yellow cases just like that to put that in, so if I did, I would, but... I remember my fellow YouTube friend, Ali Jessa 2000, he posted on Facebook this cover that he edited. It says, "No, we can't," and Bob the Builder is frowning. And I shared that on my page, on my Instagram story, and I put, "Bob the Builder's motivational counselor seems to have taken the day off." Yeah, just a little bit of humor. Anyways, so this one we have Bob the Farmer, Where's Muck, Rolly's Important Job, Travis's Busy Day, and Lofty the Artist. Plus hit extras. Sample more great shows from HIT Entertainment, including Barney, Rubbadubbers, and more. I'm not sure exactly what is on there, but they're full. They're not just clips; they're full episodes. I'm pretty sure. So I don't know exactly what's on the HIT extras. I'll have to make a list of that. But anyways, the special features, we have 3 interactive games, We Can Do It read along, and some character bios. And now they're actually starting to put artwork on the discs. So there you go. And then here we have Help Is on the Way. This one has the following episodes. It has Scoop the Disco Digger, Tricks in the Bag, Spud Statue, Skip's Big Idea, and Muck's Surprise. Plus, again, some hit extras, sample shows including Barney, Rubbadubbers, and more. And special features include Ready, Set, Race, Read Along, 3 interactive games, and a character gallery. There's the disc there. And then here we have 2 volumes that relate to the Project Build It series. This is the backdoor pilot for the Bob the Builder Project Build It. This is the special Bob's Big Plan, the story behind the new series. Project Build It, they moved them from Bobsville to Sunflower Valley because he's basically building a whole town from scratch using eco-friendly things. To have a linear story, though, in a preschool show was kind of not a wise idea, I don't think, business-wise. But apparently it was popular. It lasted like 3 or 4 seasons, so anyways. But again, this is a special, so this also includes Bob Paints the Town read-along, Who in the Can-Do Crew, Scramble Through Sunflower Valley, The Big Plan Game, If You Were on Bob's Team, Building with Bob, and Hit Extras. Again, I don't know what shows are on these, but there's the disc. So this disc actually is a reprint copy from HIT Entertainment through 20th Century Fox Home Entertainment, because 20th Century Fox Home Entertainment, because HIT Entertainment closed their distribution arm in the US and Canada, and 20th Century Fox Home Entertainment took over for a bit, then Lionsgate took over. And then after that, I think Universal took over, and now, since HIT isn't a thing anymore, it's all through Mattel. I'm pretty sure it's still Universal that does it, but anyways, I'm not exactly sure, so. Physical media is kind of irrelevant for a lot of these things now, but anyways. And then here's an actual Project Build It DVD. This is called Hold On to Your Hard Hats. And this one actually is directly through 20th Century Fox Home Entertainment there, through HIT Entertainment, because they, again, it's autonomous, but they distribute them, so. But again, this one has the bonus, the episodes on here, we have Spud Straw Surprise, Off-Road Scrambler, Meet Marjorie, and Muck's Mud Hut. And this one, DVD extras, we have Scrambler and Scruffy's Hide and Seek Game, Who's Who in the Can-Do Crew, and Bob's Workshop DVD-ROM feature, so they had to put that in a computer to make that work. And there is the disc. Now here's my only Angelina Ballerina standalone DVD, The Big Performance. A Little Star with Big Dreams. The special features on the episodes on here, we have The Royal Banquet, Angelina the Mouse Detective, Angelina's Baby Sister, The Costume Ball, and Miss Lily is Leaving. Plus, the big performance and the importance of music in dance live action segments. Beautifully shot footage starring students of the Royal Academy of Dance. And then, bonus features, we have Special Rehearsal Game, Ribbon Game, Dance of Friendship Read-Along, Angelina's Ballet Class, a cast list, and hit extras. Again, no, they don't list. I wish they'd list what shows are on there, but this one, the security device sticker still on there. There's the disc. This is, again, a reprint from 20th Century Fox Home Entertainment, so that would be like late 2007, probably like early 2007 that reprint's from. And then we have the first 3 Rubbadubbers DVDs. I know that a few of the people, one YouTuber who I thought, who was a Facebook friend of mine and everything, Diego Hernandez Romero, he has a screener copy of the unreleased one, I forget what it's called, but it's like, it has the starfish think it was forget the starfish's name. Was it Sploshy or whatever? I'm not really sure what the I can't remember. It's been a while since I watched Rubbadubbers, but it's yeah. It was the one with the starfish on the cover. I forget. It was a release that was supposed to come out, but was canceled, but they still had screener copies, so technically, yeah, he has the screener copy, so it's kind of cool. Instead, they did one about Finbar, the mighty movie star, but these are the first. I don't have that one, but here's the first 3 volumes. So here come the Rubbadubbers. And this copy is really cool because it says "As Seen on Treehouse." This was always on Treehouse. This was on Treehouse for about 3 years, from September 2003 to August 2006. They would have run this on Treehouse. So this one includes Train Driver Tub, Sploshy's Tale, Terrence's Double Trouble, Scary Finbar, and Reg the Monster. Bonus features here, we have Rubbadubbers Beyond the Bath, character bios, interactive games, and photo gallery. There's the disc. Here we have Tubbs Pirate Treasure and more swimming stories. In this one, the episodes here, we have Tub the Pirate, Terrence of Arabia, Sploshy of the Arctic, Super Amelia, and Deep Sea Reg. This one's an American copy because it says "As Seen on Nick Jr." In special features on here, we have Rubbadubbers Beyond the Bath, character bios, interactive game, a photo gallery, and bonus mini-ventures. I always wonder why they never played the Rubbadubbers mini-ventures on Treehouse. And same with the Blues Room interstitials they used to have. I don't know why they never played those, but whatever. What can you do anyways? These include Drip, Row Row Row, and Steamy Mirror. Again, just a blue disc there. And then here's the third one, High Noon in the Bathroom. Love that title, High Noon in the Bathroom. You think High Noon in the Bathroom would have to do with, like, your bowels all battling it out after you eat too many carbs. Anyways, yeah, terrible. It's immature humor. But then again, I'm reviewing children's shows on DVD here, so what's a little immaturity, so. Anyways, this one includes Sheriff Terrence, Sploshy Bird, Rocket Sled Reg, Tub the Magician, and Amelia and the Detectives. Special features, we have interactive puzzle, photo gallery, read-along, character bios, bonus mini-ventures, they don't say what they are, and HIT extra episodes, but they actually do say what shows they are. It's just Bob the Builder and Angelina Ballerina. It's just like one episode, like one segment each of those, so. And then there's the disc there. Now I'm going to show you, because the Thomas and Wiggles are never included on the... Yeah, Thomas, Wiggles, and Rubbadubbers... Thomas, Wiggles, and Oswald are not included on the HIT Entertainment compilations. Well, Wiggles because I think it's because it's licensed, or something like that. And plus they don't really have room at the time. Thomas because Anchor Bay held the DVD rights at the time, and Oswald because Nick Jr. didn't... because Nick Jr. held them in the States. Held the DVD rights in the States. So anyways... I have four of the 5 HIT Entertainment Children's Favorites DVDs. There's one that's like a springtime theme one. I don't have that, but I have the other 4. So here's the very first volume. It's like fun-filled stories. Again, I don't know exactly what order these go in on all these, but I know that like usually the first few of them are always like. I'm just gonna read them in the order that I'm pretty sure they go in. But we have Bob the Builder, Bob's Barn Raising. Barney, Dino Dancing Tunes, Angelina Ballerina, Alice's Present, Kipper, The Farm, Wishbone, Hot Diggity Dog, and Pingu, Pingu and Pinga's Circus. Bonus features, we have 2 games, 1 read-along, 1 music video, and trailers. And then here's Volume 2. I already read the episode lists to that one before, so I won't read that here, because I had the VHS counterpart. Bonus features, we have Tubbs Pirate Treasure Game, Children's Favorites Match Game, ABC Animals Read Along, Rubbadubbers music video, and trailers. And now this thing right there is the disc, is an ad that actually a pamphlet that came inside the VHS copy, but that I put inside here. This is a HIT Entertainment product guide. As you can see here, it shows Pingu, Bob, the Wiggles, Barney, Thomas, Rubbadubbers, Angelina, and Oswald. Now what's cool is that this will show you, talk about products, like HIT Entertainment products that you could buy at the time, like what was available to buy from them. So here we have we have Here Come the Rubbadubbers and Tubbs Pirate Treasure. Obviously, I have those on DVD. March 16th, 2004 was the day that was released. This is a Canadian product guide, so they show here's some Rubbadubbers toys. But Bedtime Bubbles makes a bedtime rule set, and then like some figure assortment from Hasbro. Take all 7 characters in the show. Watch for use out of the water. So you don't take those in the bathroom. So that one's for the water. Those ones are out of the water. I remember there was an ad for the Rubbadubbers bath toys you could get, and I remember they had an American. Usually it's so funny how it's so cute, like how the theme song is like, "Here come the Rubbadubbers, splish splash, splish splosh," like British. Whereas in the promo, the guy singing it was, "Here come the Rubbadubbers, splish splash, splish splosh," and it was just so like weird to hear that. Like, is it like I can't imagine like because they never did an American dub of Rubbadubbers like they did with Bob the Builder. I don't think it would have been as good with an American dub. But anyways, here's the ad for On the Go Oswald. Again, I have the HIT Entertainment VHS, and then I have the Nickelodeon DVD. But yeah, this is available February 24th. It was released January 27th, 2004 in the States, but February 24th, 2004 in Canada. Camping, snacking, swimming, duckling. There are all kinds of ways to spend the day with Oswald. The only hard part is deciding what to do first. Oswald's a great show. I can't believe that show only lasted 1 season. And then here we have the Wiggles Space Dancing, which is the animated Wiggles like video that they did. And then we have Top of the Tots. Don't have either of those ones. And then Cold Spaghetti Western, which, like I said, I have on VHS and DVD. Available March 30th, 2004. Then here's some Barney videos. Again, I don't have any Barney ones because I'm not a big Barney fan, but here we have Best Manners. Happy, Mad, Silly, Sad, Putting a Face to Feelings. I remember Happy, Sad, Silly, Mad was also a title of one of the Taiwanese DVDs of Bear in the Big Blue House, so yeah, anyways, here we have some Barney toys, Bath Time Pals, Clean Up Vacuum, some CDs. I remember as a kid, my cousin wanted a Barney on a skateboard for Christmas because she saw a Barney on a skateboard on the show. And they couldn't find Barney on a skateboard. It wasn't really a big Barney popular year at the time, so they had to order one from the States. And it was like voice activated. My uncle, her father, was in, it was in the closet. He was getting something ready or whatever. And the Barney went off, "Oh, I'm Barney," or something like that. And then he like almost literally had a heart attack and like bumped his head or something. And then she opened the Barney. Didn't have a skateboard. She still loved it. So yeah. There's the. And then here we have Angelina Ballerina, Lights, Camera, Action. Kipper, Friendship Tales. And then HIT Entertainment Children's Favorites Volume 1. And then here's my favorite part of this pamphlet. Watch your favorite hit shows every day on Treehouse. And this is schedule effective January 2004. Though February 2004 was pretty much exactly the same. Now, I remember, actually, I memorized the fall 2003 to January 2004 schedule. Like, pretty much a lot of these schedules I've memorized, actually. So, I'll tell you exactly what time each one was on these days. So, on Mondays and Fridays, the hit shows that aired on Treehouse were Thomas and Friends at, I think it was, 9:25 a.m. and 3:55 p.m., Barney at 9:30 a.m. That was the same on Monday to Friday, so it differs on the other days. They had Bob the Builder on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 5 p.m. Oswald on Monday and Friday at 5:30 p.m. Rubbadubbers on Tuesday and Thursday at 5 p.m. The Wiggles on Tuesday and Thursday at 5:30 p.m. And then Angelina Ballerina Wednesday at 5:30 p.m. But then on Saturday, they played Angelina Ballerina at, I think it was 11 a.m., 4 p.m., and midnight. And then Rubbadubbers at 12 p.m., like noon. Bob the Builder at 4:30 p.m., and the Wiggles at 6 p.m. And then on Sunday, they played Oswald at 9:30 a.m. and 1 p.m. Rubbadubbers at 11:30 a.m., Bob the Builder at 3 p.m., Barney at 5 p.m., and the Wiggles at 6 p.m. There's other shows, of course, too, but these are the ones that are HIT Entertainment shows on Treehouse, so. I always thought that was such a cool thing to have, especially as a longtime Treehouse TV viewer, and especially someone who thinks the Fall 2003 lineup was easily Treehouse's best lineup they've ever had, so. At least in my opinion. Feel free to disagree, but I think Fall 2003 was the peak of Treehouse. And I remember mostly just from tapes at that point, not even, like, because I was an infant then, but anyways. Here we have HIT Entertainment Children's Favorites Halloween Treats. This makes me wish they had done, like, the Nick Jr. Celebrates Spring, you know, this famous DVD. I wish they had done a similar one, Nick Jr. Celebrates Halloween, and that would, in my opinion, that would have included Dora the Explorer, Boo, Max and Ruby, Max's Halloween, Little Bill, the Halloween costume / the haunted Halloween party, Blue's Clues, Blue's Big Costume Party, and Rugrats, Curse of the Werewolf. That's what I wish they would have included on there, so. Like I say, here's HIT Entertainment Children's Favorites Halloween Treats. This one includes Bob the Builder, Spud the Dragon, Barney, Barney's Halloween Party, Angelina Ballerina, Henry's Halloween, Rubbadubbers, Scary Finbar, Bob the Builder, Spud the Dragon, Barney, Barney's Halloween Party, Angelina Ballerina, Henry's Halloween, Kipper, the Little Ghost, and Pingu, Pingu and the Ghost. I assume that's what's on here, so look in that order. So there's the disc. And then here we have HIT Entertainment Children's Favorites, A Christmas Treasure. I should have called it a Christmas Treasury, because it is these are sort of like, yeah, like a treasury, like multiple books, but like this is like a treasury from multiple shows. So this one includes, we have Rubbadubbers, Sploshy of the Arctic, Bob the Builder, Bob's White Christmas, Barney, Barney's Christmas Star, Angelina Ballerina, The Gift, Kipper, Christmas Eve, and Pingu, Pingu's Family Celebrates Christmas. Whenever they don't have a Christmas episode of a show, they always include one that's snow-themed. I know in the Berenstain Bears case, usually whenever they do that on things, it's always like one about kindness and giving, like lend a helping hand / count their blessings. And then here's this one also has a pamphlet in here of products. So right here they show Angelina Ballerina DVDs. Or here we have Rose Fairy Princess, In the Wings, Friends Forever, The Lucky Penny, Lights Camera Action. Then Angelina Ballerina's Christmas Crafts. It's a book. Yeah, it's a book. Then here we have Barney's Colorful World Live, and Let the Games Begin. Available January 2005. Then Bob the Builder, Snowed Under, the Bobblesburg Winter Games, which is another special. Free vehicle with every VHS or DVD. DVD is loaded with special features. Many of those, while surprised last. And save $2 on any Rubbadubbers VHS or DVD. Expires April 30th, 2005, so expires 20 years ago. Yeah, I think I'm a little late to use that. Then here's available October 2004, we have Finbar the Mighty Movie Star, with a free Finbar character on every VHS, well, surprise last. DVD is flooded with special features. So the DVD didn't come with the Finbar toy, but the VHS did. And then here's Kipper. We have Let It Snow, Kipper's Playtime, and Kipper's Tiger Tales. Plus a Kipper plush. Then Thomas and Friends toys from Tommy. Or Tommy or whatever. And then Thomas the Tank Engine books. I think, yeah, that's it there. So for that... Let me just stick this back in here. That's my HIT Entertainment Children's Favorites releases there. And then here's the ones here's my Thomas and Friends ones. These are not actually from HIT Entertainment directly, but they are the but they're through Anchor Bay, because Anchor Bay held the rights to it prior to HIT Entertainment's involvement, and they waited until their contract expired before they could put them out themselves. This one's I think still prior to HIT Entertainment, but I'll show it anyway. This is Best of Thomas Collector's Edition. Yeah, it's still Britt Croft Productions. This one was from 2001 is when this DVD came out. Yeah, so that's prior to their moment. But I thought I'd show it anyway. But this one includes Thomas Gets Bumped, A New Friend for Thomas, Thomas Percy and the Dragon, Thomas Saves the Day, Trouble for Thomas, Thomas and Stepney, A Big Day for Thomas, Thomas Meets the Queen, along with the song Really Useful Engine. In bonus features, we have Thomas and the Dinosaur, a read-along story, Harold the Helicopter interactive CD-ROM game, bios of your favorite friends, exclusive fun-filled DVD games, What Color Am I, Find My Number, and Which Engine Am I, 4 sing-along songs, and a 12-page commemorative booklet, which mine didn't come with that, unfortunately, so. There's the DVD disc. Then these ones actually are from HIT. Here's Best of Gordon Collector's Edition. A lot of these are, again, pretty much all these were VHSs originally, and then they reprinted them on DVD. Yeah, this is from HIT Entertainment. So this one includes Gordon Takes a Dip, Down the Mine, Whistles and Sneezes, Gordon the Famous Visitor, Wrong Road, The Trouble with Mud, Tender Engines, Gordon and the Gremlin, Better View for Gordon. Bonus features, you have 3 exclusive fun-filled DVD games, Best of Gordon Trivia, Memory Game, and Fun with Numbers, bios of your favorite friends, website fun, and 12-page commemorative booklet. Mine actually does come with that, the Gordon booklet, so You just flip through that a little bit. Open that up, it just talks about different things like that. I think it's, is that the commemorative booklet, or no? Is this just the? No, it's just an ad. I think I'm not exactly sure, but yeah, it's not 12 pages, so definitely it's not. But then it talks about which ones are available on VHS and DVD. The whole catalog of titles. So. And then here's a 10 Years of Thomas and Friends Collector's Edition. I'm guessing this VHS probably came out in 1994, because this is from the show premiered in 1984. This is 10 years. The DVD, though, is a lot later. Best Friends. 2005 is when this DVD came out. So 11 years after this VHS originally came out, I guess. Story tops are Thomas and Bertie's Great Race, The Old Iron, The Trouble with Mud, Terrence the Tractor, Percy's Ghostly Trick, Mavis, Henry the Elephant, Percy's Promise, James Goes Buzz Buzz, and All at Sea. This when they started using the making tracks to great destinations branding. And then bonus features on here, we have bios of your favorite friends, Thomas's Anthem Grand Finale, sing-along song, build an engine game, breakfast time for Thomas read-along story, and link to the official Thomas website. I should also mention, by the way, in that I forgot to mention in that HIT Entertainment Children's Favorites, or the Volume 2 in that ad that had the Treehouse schedule. I should also mention that Pingu began airing on YTV, like, starting that February, so I thought I should mention that. YTV is a sister channel of Treehouse aimed a little bit at older viewers. Usually it would always be paired up with Hamtaro, because Hamtaro was so short. Or not so short, like 20 minutes, so they were able to have enough time and have a commercial, so. This is talks about DVD guide and everything, and other DVDs. Thomas Friends, the early years, the complete first season. I might have to find that. And then celebrating 60 years of classic storytelling. Hardcover storybook with over 55 stories available September 2005. That's really nice. And then here we have Thomas's Snowy Surprise and Other Adventures. This must have come in a box set because it's a slim case and there's no barcode. The episodes on here, though, we have It's Only Snow, Jack Frost, Toby Had a Little Lamb, Snow, Thomas's Christmas Party, Thomas and the Missing Christmas Tree. Plus bonus features, we have 3 exclusive fun-filled DVD games, which are Thomas's Order Fun, Match a Snowflake, Decorated Christmas Tree, Winter Wonderland Sing-Along Song, Sodor Special Delivery, Website Fun, and 8-page commemorative booklet. Which doesn't come in here, and I don't know how you could fit an 8-page commemorative booklet inside this case, so there's the disc. And finally, let's look at my 3 Wiggles DVDs I have here from HIT Entertainment. Now, these are not in the right order, I know, but I forget it. I think it's... Is it this? I think that's the correct order. If I'm wrong, I'm not sure. I know my friend Ali Jessa, I know he'd know the right order, so... But I think this one came first. It's You Will Be Wiggling. Great title, by the way. There's the songs there. This is previously released in different packaging, it says, so... Anyway, it says, Doing a Dance, Just Can't Wait for Christmas Day. Yeah, I'm not going to read the list of songs. You can see the list of songs there. Still features, you have Sing Along with the Wiggles, Read Along with the Wiggles, The Christmas Fairy, and Tell Me About Christmas Dorothy. Photo gallery, DVD-ROM games, and a web link. And there's the disc for You Will Be Wiggling. I think it was a 2001 release originally, and then the 2002 they reissued it in different packaging. Again, not this one's no, it doesn't. This one says not for resale, so it must come in a box set or something. This is Wiggly Safari. Special guest, the Crocodile Hunter. Steve Irwin, the Crocodile Hunter. So this is a great crossover. 16 swinging songs. But definitely, this is the ultimate Australian crossover here. Nowadays, the ultimate Australian crossover is Wiggles and Bluey, which I'm pretty sure happened too. Remember, they also crossed over Sesame Street at one point too. It was kind of cool. Those are all on the internet, though. There's the songs. Snakes, you could look, but you better not touch. Special features, we have picture gallery of over 60 photos from the Australia Zoo. Interview with the Crocodile Hunter, Steve Irwin, and the Wiggles. Song selection, capacity to help kids find their favorite songs. Educational component on some cool Australian animals, and the US and Australian trailers for this video. There's the... Just leaving it the Crocodile Hunter logo there, because it's officially a co-production, I guess. So. And then here's Wiggly Wiggly Christmas. 19 very merry songs. This one's from 2003, so, yeah. The Wiggly Wiggly Christmas, actually, no, this one came first, I think, actually, because this is their first ever Christmas video, so... Maybe this was released on DVD, VHS originally, and then later on DVD. I don't exactly know. I'm looking more for what the order there was for the HIT Entertainment releases, not the order of when they first came out at all, but whatever. Because Australia is quite a different market for that than DVD. Here's special features. You have sing along with the Wiggles and a photo gallery. There's the disc. So yeah, that is my Wiggles, or not Wiggles, sorry, that's my HIT Entertainment VHS and DVD collection, pretty much. Again, excluding the two that I have upstairs, which are that Anna Daughter DVD and the Wiggles Magical Adventure Wiggly Movie DVD. So, yeah, that's pretty cool. So let me know what's your favorite of those of the classic HIT Entertainment shows of that era, like the early to mid 2000s. This is Pixar 2001 signing out. Peace.